at Oakhurst. Major injury accident being reported here. And you can follow us on Twitter. We're at KCBS AM/FM Traffic. Your next update, 8:48 on the traffic leader, KCBS. Mostly sunny skies expected throughout the afternoon today. Maybe some lingering overcast at the beaches. Highs at the coast getting into the 60s and 70s, 70s and 80s by the bay, and into the mid-80s inland. We've got traffic and weather together on the 8th on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS. Prime members save at Whole Foods Market on special sockeye salmon for summer dinner. Take 25% off sustainable wild-caught fresh sockeye salmon fillets through July 19th, while supplies last. Learn more on the Whole Foods Market app. A global pandemic, social unrest, and wild market swings. Welcome to the new normal. For investors looking for financial stability, it's a challenge. But now there's Reliant Capital. Reliant can give you high returns with no market risk of any kind, 10 to 12%. And it's eligible for an IRA or 401k rollover. Call 800-788-1000 and get the kind of returns Warren Buffett's been earning for years. Invest in something you can rely on. Call 800-788-1000 for your free brochure.
What's an investor to do these days? With a worldwide pandemic and economically turbulent times, you wonder, where can I find a reliable investment? Answer, Reliant Capital. Reliant could give you high returns with no market risk of any kind, 10 to 12%, and it's eligible for an IRA or 401k rollover. Call 800-788-1000 and get the double-digit returns Warren Buffett's been earning for years. Protect what you've worked for and call 800-788-1000 for your free brochure.
There's magic in the world.
People will tell you there isn't.
They just want you to get back to work.
Be quiet.
And not ask questions.
Those people need 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
When you've seen the magic
and felt the magic,
you can no longer deny the magic.
We make junk disappear.
All you have to do is point.
And now we pause for a word from Charlotte, the junk fairy.
A friend is a person who always brings a little magic with them.
Be a friend. Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Visit Freeman's Appliance for the Sub-Zero Wolf and Cove Grand Kitchen event. With qualifying purchase, get 3 additional years of protection or a $1,000 rebate. For the largest selection of Sub-Zero Wolf and Cove appliances, visit the Living Kitchen at Freeman's Appliance in Pleasant Hill.
KCBS News Time 8:42. For some San Francisco students, summer finally is feeling normal again. KCBS reporter Kathy Novak went to check out a hands-on program that is a welcome change for kids after all of that Zoom school. It's noisy and messy in the wood shop at John O'Connell High, and that is just fine by 14-year-old Lisa Solomon.
2020-2021, I could not do anything. We were just sitting inside. There were no summer activities at all. So this is much more fun.
They're painting using power tools, getting college credit plus a stipend, and
communication with actual living people. Also, just doing things with your hands, because on Zoom everything's on the computer or your tablet or whatever. I got so sick and tired of doing that.
Nancy Felicio wants to be an architect, so what she learns here from teacher Chris Woods will help.
That shop in here, that's my happy place. I like to cook.
Nancy says it shows.
Even when you think she's a little angry, she's still just in a good mood. It's really nice.
In San Francisco, Kathy Novak, KCBS. Part of a popular walking and biking trail in Sonoma County is closed indefinitely because of a new and growing homeless camp that officials say is making the trail unsafe for public use. This is the 8.5-mile Joe Rodota Trail, a paved pathway that goes between downtown Santa Rosa and Sebastopol. The section of the trail that's closed spans about a half-mile between Dutton Avenue and Stony Point Road. Now, the tents are near Roseland Avenue right next to the trail. There are no plans at this point to ask campers to move along. KCBS News Time 8:43. A Giants rookie is trying to quietly go about his business. We'll see how successful he is at that coming up in sports in 90 seconds. Attention. Are you missing teeth? Dr. English has a solution for you.
Hi, this is Dr. English. The indoor mask requirements are ending. Are you still wearing that mask to cover up your missing teeth? Do you feel exposed? Do you need to fill that gap as soon as possible? Try mini dental implants. They're as less invasive, less painful, less costly, less recovery time, and they're just as successful as traditional implants. Replacing missing teeth is as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1, we offer a 1-hour free consultation. 2, we can place the implants in 2 hours or less. 3, we can deliver your teeth in 3 weeks or less. Come on in for a free consultation and find out what we can do for you.
Have you been told you don't have enough bone? Mini implants require less bone than traditional implants. Financing Financing available. Call Bay Area Mini Dental Implant Center at 833-GOT-MINI. 833-GOT-MINI. That's 833-468-6464 for a truly free consultation.
It's not often that something you like is actually good for you. Take sleeping on your side. Studies indicate that side sleeping can help with nighttime breathing. At European Sleepworks, they have many options to help side sleepers create the comfort and stability they need. From their unique contoured mattresses to their patented custom-fit oxygen pillows. After all, for over 50 years, they've been working on your side. And that's a good thing. European Sleepworks at Adeline and Ashby in Berkeley or online at sleepworks.com.
Coming up on KCBS.
Under St. John, San Francisco City High Schools canceled half the junior ROTC programs. Now it looks like they'll be back.
KCBS News Time 8:45. We are headed over to the Bay Area Chevy Dealer Sports Desk with Joe Hughes. He's talking Giants baseball.
Yeah, Melissa, as the Giants offense exploded for 13 runs on 14 hits in last night's 13-0 blowout win over the Diamondbacks. Somewhat lost in the shuffle of that game was a solid performance from rookie catcher Joey Bart. 2 for 4 at the plate, including a big homer.
High drive. Center field. It is out of here. His 5th of the year, Joey Bart makes it 5-0. Like, I hope Joey Bart can hear this from the fans because they're pulling for him.
Well, that was Dwayne Kuiper on the call for NBC Sports Bay Area last night as the Giants get that big win, part of the 4 homers the team have hit. But Bart has really struggled mightily this season, which is why the Giants had hoped to keep him down in the minor leagues to give him a bit of a mental break. That was before injuries forced their hands and he was called back up, but he's been playing pretty well so far, hitting .235, which is better than league average for catchers. He's still striking out a lot, but it looks like he is trying to get over the expectations that a lot of fans and coaches have put on him to try and replace Buster Posey. Giants will take on the Diamondbacks later on this afternoon. That'll get underway at 12:45. And yesterday, ahead of the game, the Giants learned they're going to have another All-Star. John Peterson will have some company in the Midsummer Classic as starting pitcher Carlos Rodon was added as a replacement for Brewers closer Josh Hader. Rodon is 8-5 with a 2.70 ERA and 124 strikeouts. So the Giants getting some All-Stars from their big free agent signings this last offseason. From the Sports Desk, Joe Hughes, KCBS.
Thank you, Joe. The KCBS Sports Desk is sponsored by the Bay Area Chevy Dealers. Visit BayAreaChevroletDealers.com.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep the facility running, no matter the weather or supply chain hiccups. But we get you, Raymond in Buffalo, and Maria in Miami, Jules in Minneapolis, and Stan in Central Indiana, taking control of everything that's under your control. At Grainger, we're here for you with experienced branch staff at over 250 locations so you get the product you're looking for. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Gain presents a tale of longing and long-lasting scent. Dear love of my life, we were on the 12B bus when I caught a whiff. A scent so fresh, so life-changing, I had to find its source. I didn't know if you were the woman in the pink freshly washed cardigan or the retired mailman next to me, but I knew one of you was my soulmate. Ah, the scent of Gain Flings. Add Gain scent beads for an even longer-lasting scent.
Visit Shane Company for unique engagement rings and a no-pressure shopping experience. Now you have a friend in the jewelry business. Shane Company and ShaneCo.com.
KCBS News Time 8:48. The 6-day forecast is coming up, but let's look at those roads first. We've got Kim Wonderly here helping you on your drive to work. And we've had a lot of East Bay problems this morning for some reason, so we're looking again at the East Shore Freeway. We've had a couple of trouble spots of late. This report brought to you by Cars for Kids Real Estate. So West 80 near Carlson, as you come down through Richmond, a couple cars now off to the side. And then at Gilman, they just now cleared a crash. This was a hit-and-run crash. It's cleared to the right shoulder. So slow band of traffic coming out of Richmond to about Gilman. That's where things loosen up. It stays a little bit crowded down into Emeryville, but certainly rolling pretty well to the MacArthur interchange. And the MacArthur interchange, by the way, is where the Bay Bridge backup sits. If you're a 580 commuter, though, traffic is backed up all the way to 24. The ramp that feeds down from 880 is also pretty crowded. Once on the Bay Bridge, though, you're good to go. We still have a problem in Walnut Creek. A major injury crash is blocking the eastbound side of Ignacio Valley Road where it crosses Oak Grove. And then finally, look out for a ladder. This is in San Lorenzo. It's on North 880, the ramp that takes you on to South 238, like you're heading to Castro Valley. The left lane of that ramp is said to be blocked. Cars for Kids now accepts real estate donations. Cars for Kids Real Estate will take over all expenses for your property. And best of all, Cars for Kids Real Estate will provide you with a tax deduction for the full appraised value of your property. To donate, visit carsforkidsrealestate.org. Your next update, 8:58 on the traffic leader, KCBS. Jessica Birch joins us now from the KPIX5 Weather Center with a look at the Mancini Sleep World 6-day forecast.
Hey, good morning. We are halfway through the week. Daytime highs today are getting up to 67 in San Francisco. That's right where we should be during this time of year. Oakland 71, 83 in San Jose with partly cloudy skies today. We do warm up though a lot as we head into this weekend. For example, Inland East Bay is at 83 on today, but then we get up to 93 just by Saturday with a lot of sunshine to stick around as we head into the weekend. We'll keep you updated on that gradual warming trend here in the Weather Center. On the bright side, we'll cool right back down as we head into next week. For now, I'm meteorologist Jessica Birch with your KCBS KPIX5 First Alert Forecast.
We've got traffic and weather together on the 8th on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS. KCBS News Time 8:50. Fernie Beyer and Vivian Bosu-Skinner are at the KCBS Editor's Desk. The Junior Reserve Officers Training Corps, better known as Junior ROTC, is expected to be restored at Balboa, Galileo, and Mission High Schools in San Francisco next month after it was eliminated earlier this year. We get the story from KCBS's Liz St. John.
School Superintendent Matt Wayne says JROTC is one of the most important programs in its high schools. Quincy Yu, a former district parent who has fought to keep the program in city schools for nearly 2 decades, is thankful for the superintendent's support.
JROTC is one of those programs that provides structure, guidance, leadership, and hands-on learning for our students.
The U.S. Army supports the program.
The Army usually pays 50% of the salary for all the instructors. It also pays for all of their supplies and materials. What the district provides is the other 50% of the salary plus the benefits.
JROTC has been active in city schools for more than 100 years. The program is also offered at Washington, Lincoln, and Lowell, where participation has been higher. Liz St. John, KCBS.
Like many retailers trying to survive the pandemic, one creative reuse store in Oakland is transforming to an art and craft studio to meet the needs of the community. We get the report from KCBS's Alice Wirtz.
For about 43 years, the East Bay Depot for Creative Reuse has been committed to keeping things from going into landfills.
Divert waste from waste streams and use those materials to provide affordable art and craft supplies to educators, makers, artists, parents, thinkers, anybody who likes to get their hands dirty.
Jasmine Falsich is executive director. Every week, the reuse store changes a little bit.
You just never know, because we get all kinds of things donated to us at different times.
Inventory is donated, sorted, and spared to keep stuff out of landfills.
An amazing array of vintage items.
With fewer dollars in the economy, East Bay Depot is now switching up its revenue model, expanding by offering hands-on classes.
We have an upcoming workshop on crochet. We have a workshop on embroidery where you're learning to embroider on vintage papers rather than on fabric.
All for art and the earth. Alice Wirtz, KCBS.
The oldest living person in California passed away earlier this month. KCBS reporter David Welch tells us it was a 114-year-old woman who lived in Berkeley before moving to a senior care home in El Cerrito.
To be exact, Mila Mangold was born on November 14th, 1907. When she passed on July 2nd, she had lived 114 years and 230 days. She survived 2 pandemics and was among the 100 oldest people of all time. Robert Young, expert on gerontology for Guinness World Records, puts this amazing longevity in perspective.
The world population is going to reach 8 billion this year, and at the time of her passing, she was the oldest person in the world.
He says the first advantage she had, she was female.
Over 90% of the people that are 110 plus are female, so biologically speaking, XX tend to outlive XY.
Andy says for everything he could tell, she had a positive attitude.
Part of longevity is biology, but part of it is also realizing your potential.
David Welch, KCBS.
An analysis of San Francisco voter data show 9 of the 10 most common last names among city residents are associated with Asian ethnicities. According to the Chronicle, which crunched the numbers, Lee is the most common last name on the voter rolls, followed by Wong, then Chen. About a third of San Francisco residents are of Asian descent, so you might wonder why so many Asian names are in the top 10. The paper says it's probably because there are far fewer Asian surnames in use today compared with other ethnic groups. Money Watch time on KCBS. The pressure is building on consumers and investors, and Jason Brooks has the details.
Melissa, stocks are tumbling after the government reported the biggest gain in consumer inflation since December 1981. The June Consumer Price Index rose 9.1% from a year earlier, with strong gains across the board, in particular with fuel and food, with food prices up more than 10% from a year ago, while gas prices are up nearly 60% from a year earlier, after a more than 11% jump in June from May. That hot CPI reading means another 75 basis point rate hike from the Fed is all but a lock when the Fed meets at the end of this month, and odds are rising for a full 1 percentage point move. Dow dropping 206 points, although well off session lows. NASDAQ down by 29, and the S&P moving lower by 18. Good day for Twitter, rallying for the second straight session. Its stock is up by 7%. On the Money Watch, Jason Brooks, KCBS.
Are you fed up with your old-fashioned water softener and its time-consuming upkeep? Are you tired of buying bottled water because your tap water is undrinkable? A LifeSource whole house water system is your solution. This is Claire Beverly, and I want to tell you about LifeSource, the Bay Area's most recommended whole house water system. LifeSource reduces hard water problems like water softeners, but with LifeSource you get more. Unlike water with softeners, you can drink the water from all your faucets. No need to buy expensive bottled water. The bad taste and harsh feel of chemicals like chlorine and chloramines are eliminated. With LifeSource, there are no filters to change and no salt to add. They install it, you forget it. Call for a free consultation to replace your softener with a LifeSource water system. Call 888-712-4279 or visit LifeSourceWater.com. That's 888-712-4279. LifeSource Water. Taste and feel the difference.
Did you know that if you added 2,000 steps to your daily routine, you might never gain another pound? Walking helps you feel better and look better. At the Walk Shop in Berkeley, we believe your footwear should too. That's why we searched the world over to bring you distinctive and innovative footwear that's both stylish and comfortable. It's fun to browse the Walk Shop's collection of men's and women's dress casuals, boots, sandals, and walking shoes, perfectly designed and fitted for wherever those extra steps might lead. Discover the Walk Shop, 2120 Vine Street in Berkeley, or visit us at walkshop.com.
Is your backyard a mess? Eager to have friends and family over for a barbecue, but are embarrassed about the condition of your yard? It's time to call Mr. Pavers. Mr. Pavers can transform your backyard into your own personal paradise. You can get outside, enjoy the sunshine, fresh air, and nature in your own private sanctuary. From backyard patios to pool decks, outdoor kitchens and driveways, Mr. Pavers can design and create your dream hardscape. And you'll be surprised at how affordable it is without sacrificing quality. Mr. Pavers is Diamond certified and an ICPI installer. Book a job before the end of the month, and you will receive 20% off. And free demolition. Call Mr. Pavers at 833-MR. Pavers. That's 833-MR. Pavers, or go to MrPavers.com. Make your outdoor spaces comfortable and stylish as your interior with Mr. Pavers. Call right now, 833-MR. Pavers, 833-MR. Pavers, or go to MrPavers.com today. Get out of the house and enjoy all that your beautiful outdoor living space has to offer with Mr. Pavers.
KCBS News Time, 8:58. Let's go back to your local Honda dealer's traffic center for an update on this drive with Kim Wonderly. Melissa, they just moved a crash as you try to make your way out into the Dublin interchange. This was West 580 just past Hacienda. It was blocking the second from left lane for a little while, but it's now safely off to the right shoulder. Still a little short hiccup of slow traffic as you make your way toward the 680 split. We're looking back at the Richmond-San Rafael Bridge Toll Plaza. Boy, this has not recovered a whole heck of a lot since an early morning stall really slowed down the works. This was on the span, actually, this stall. But the backup is still here, and it's just shy of Marina Bay Parkway on westbound 580. Slow roll all the way to the Toll Plaza. The bridge, once you get on it, it. You're moving fine to the Marin County side. In fact, Marin County has barely had any commute on this morning. South 101, we're at the speed limit from Highway 37 all the way to the Golden Gate Bridge. North Bay problem, though, as you make your way through the Fairfield area, they're trying to clear an overturned trailer that spilled rocks on West 80 at the Green Valley on-ramp. Your next update, 9:08 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
Mostly sunny skies expected throughout the afternoon today. We could see some lingering overcast at the beaches where highs will be in